This is the SES Defender of Freedom uploading data log for days 145 through 150 of the Galactic War. Hello Data Archive. In the last week we have succeeded in containing the threat of the Terminids in our outer outposts. However, the past 4 days has been a standoff against the automatons. Every moment is a race against time as we shield our critical dig sites that are unearthing our past generations' weaponry and technology. This challenge has pushed our tactical acumen to its limits, matched only by the relentless assaults from our mechanical foes. At the start of day 145, Helldivers were deployed to Esker to carve a path to Earth and Sands, the final planet to be liberated for the Major Order. Despite the harsh acidic environment and extreme temperatures, the planet posed surprisingly little challenge for the Helldivers, allowing the liberation efforts to proceed smoothly and effectively throughout the day. Our forces adapted swiftly, showcasing resilience and strategic finesse that ensured a seamless victory over the bugs. And by the end of day 145, Esker was liberated. Helldivers then deployed to Earth and Sands to complete the final planet and fully liberate the Falstaff sector. On the scorching Earth and Sands, initial Terminid resistance was formidable, testing the mettle of our Helldivers. Yet as always, their indomitable democratic spirit and strategic prowess shone through, breaking down the staunch defenses. And within a day, their relentless efforts culminated in the complete liberation of the planet, a testament to their dedication and unwavering obedience to destroy the enemies of freedom. Earth and Sands was liberated at the end of day 146, completing all 5 planets required for the Major Order just in time. With a week of battles against the bugs, the Major Order was successfully completed by liberating the Falstaff and Genshi sectors of the tyrannical Terminids. The Helldivers have thus thwarted the bugs' expansion and allowed our Super Earth citizens to begin to democratically settle on many planets in these sectors. With the Terminids now under control, our focus shifts back to our electronic adversaries for the next Major Order assigned by High Command. Our orders are to protect the planet X-45 of the Ymir sector. X-45 is a planet with particular interest, as it is known that for over 100 years, no human set foot on the surface of the planet. This has been due to high levels of radiation from unknown origin, but in very recent times, radiation levels have abated to completely safe levels. High Command has shared that X-45 is home to a lost advanced weapons lab from the First Galactic War. It is suspected to be buried underneath rubble and was previously abandoned due to the high radiation levels on the planet. It seems the lab was developing an interplanetary battle station before evacuation was necessary, and given the now hospitable conditions, excavation of the lab has begun. However, the Socialist Toasters have also caught wind of our plans to establish these battle stations, and they are pulling out all the stops to interfere with our plans. They have thus launched an assault to prevent us from accessing X-45. Super Earth armed forces have begun amassing on Acer Pass to push through the automaton line. The Major Order is to maintain control over X-45 for 6 days to ensure the plans for the battle station can be recovered and not fall into the hands or actuators of the scrap metal. And immediately following the receipt of the Major Order, new attacks were launched into X-45 and Weizen. Helldivers swiftly responded, descending through the heavy rain into the densely forested terrain of X-45. The battlefields were dominated by towering trees that obstructed our airstrikes. But regardless, the deployments were both rapid and effective, and in remarkably little time, a decisive defense of the planet was secured. Helldivers then had to make a strategic decision to support the defense of Weizen or to deploy to secure X-45's flank in Meissa. If Meissa is secured, then no further automaton attacks can be made on X-45. And prioritizing the main vulnerability of X-45, and definitely not avoiding the horrible conditions on Weizen, Helldivers primarily deployed to Meissa to begin the liberation effort. The hills of the jungle planet proved challenging in combination with the stiff resistance of the bots. Liberation efforts continued throughout the day until the morning of day 148, when a new dispatch from High Command advised Helldivers to be wary of automaton hacking efforts in the form of malicious super emails. Ensure to report all suspicious messages to your cybersecurity officer. Shortly afterwards, the defense of Weizen was lost. And just moments afterwards, another automaton attack reached X-45 from Meissa. And once again, Helldivers were quick to deploy to the defense. The bots seemed desperate to stop us from unearthing the plans for the battle stations, but the unbreakable defense on X-45 stayed strong, scrapping all the socialist appliances with ease. The defense of X-45 was once again successful in very little time. Helldivers then redeployed to Mesa to continue the liberation efforts there, until a new strategic update was received from High Command. Our Super Earth excavation teams have been hard at work on X-45, and the first layer of rubble covering the Advanced Weapons Lab has been cleared following the successful defense of X-45. Reports back from the field indicate that the facility is largely intact. Further excavation activities are ongoing, and it's possible that a weapons cache remaining from the First Galactic War may be found in the lab. Perhaps this could be anti-tank mines. Liberation efforts continued on Mesa for the remainder of Day 148 into the morning of Day 149, until a new automaton attack from Weizen reached Vega Bay. Helldivers quickly deployed to the defense of Vega Bay, until another automaton attack was launched into somewhere. But the attack came from Mesa. Considering these options, Helldivers could stop the attack at its source on Mesa, both liberating the planet and defending whatever planet was attacked all at once. And thus Helldivers split between Vega Bay and Mesa to successfully complete both defenses and the liberation all at once. With our forces within the Ymir sector split between two fronts, the defense on Vega Bay proved challenging, with seemingly endless assaults about the automatons. But the heroism and self-sacrifice of the Helldivers miraculously held the defense on Vega Bay. On Mesa, the bots fiercely defended the planet to prevent us from cutting off their attack. The skill and efficiency of our Helldiver Corps truly shined. The undemocratic bots stood no chance against a superior species with the right to vote. Both the defenses of Vega Bay and the liberation of Mesa progressed simultaneously through Day 149, until Mesa was liberated, simultaneously cutting off the automaton attack and succeeding the defense. Helldivers then redirected to Vega Bay and completed the defense only 30 minutes later. Both defenses were shut down, and Mesa was liberated within the same hour. And shortly afterwards, a new informational update was shared by High Command. It seems emergency recruitment to fill Super Earth Armed Forces is no longer required, and the emergency training facilities on Heath and Angel's Venture will be shut down and converted into recreational campgrounds for Democratic Youth Scouts. It is great news to hear the facilities will be repurposed and even potentially used by the children we rescued. Helldivers then split between Weizen and Matar Bay until a massive automaton attack reached Mesa, resulting in Helldiver forces to be now redirected back to the planet. And just over 1 hour later, another massive automaton attack reached Vega Bay. With the majority of forces defending Mesa not having any reinforcements to spare, it was not looking promising for the two defenses. However, the automatons were not yet done with their advances. Yet another massive attack reached Acer Pass to shut down our efforts to reconnect with the Ymir sector. Helldivers then split across these three defenses for the remainder of the day. The defense of Mesa was successful, however, this came at the cost of both Vega Bay and Acer Pass. Following the fall of Acer Pass, we received a dispatch from High Command. The Toasters appear to be doing whatever it takes to prevent us from obtaining the battle station plans. With Acer Pass fallen, the strategic viability of establishing connection to our forces in the Ymir sector has been significantly reduced. The battle station plans must be secured at all costs. All Helldivers are ordered to fight to the very last soldier. This concludes this data log for days 145 to 150 data archive. We have 2 days remaining to prepare for an all-out defense of X-45. The battle station plans will be secured. We are deploying Helldivers to secure our flank on Vega Bay.